What's something you once strongly believed, and now don't believe at all? As a young child, I used to believe I was the subject of an experiment that everyone was in on but me. Like the Truman Show, I used to try and turn my head quickly and catch people out or try and spot a camera. Later as an adult I watched the Truman Show for the first time and the memory came flooding back. Edit. Wow, I'm truly amazed at how many people have experienced this. Autism has been mentioned several times. This is also something I wonder about myself but have never done anything about. Not sure where to begin. I also used to think people could read my mind. I know this isn't true now, but sometimes I panic that some people can even to this day. That karma would punish the bad people, eventually. That adults have everything figured out and their life is a smooth journey on a fixed path. What's an incredible fact that most people don't know about? If your intestines are in the way during abdominal surgery, standard procedure is to scoop them out and dump them in a bowl for the duration. Then basically pour them back in when you're done. As long as you don't pull enough to create an actual knot, the guts will wiggle themselves back into exactly the same shape and configuration they had before being disturbed. The Amazon River is over 4,000 miles long and doesn't have any bridges that cross it. Most homicides in the world are not solved. WD-40 removes road tar from your car. Sharks predate trees. That's why we call them predators. Men, how do you respond to? You probably say that to all the girls. Do this. If you say I love you, and she reply, you probably say that to everyone, to all the girls. Tell her yes, and if she answered WDYM yes, tell this line, I do tell everyone that I love you. It works every time. I do it to guys too. I don't play favorites. Reminds me years ago a street prostitute trying to lure me in when I was relatively young and properly drunk while leaving S Club. When I turned her down 3 times and kept walking, she was yelling after me that I am probably gay. I turned around and said, yes, and the men suck better than you. The other prostitutes who seen the situation were laughing their asses off. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. What true fact sounds like total bullsh? Vatican City contains 5.9 popes per square mile. Fred Astaire had a life membership in the National Skateboard Society and broke his left wrist skateboarding at 78. Was he skating down a stair? 14 years before the Titanic sank, a fictional story was written by a man named Morgan Robertson. In the story, the ship was described as the largest ever built at the time, same as the Titanic. It was also woefully short on lifeboats, and it also struck an iceberg and sank. The ship in the story was also a triple-screw propeller liner, and it was named the Titan. The Tyrannosaurus rex lived closer in time to the founding of Waffle House than it did to Stegosaurus. You guys can stop with the Cleopatra Pyramids fact. It's been done to death. Might even say it's extinct. How did the kid from your school die? When I was in the 5th grade back in the 80s, the boy who sat next to me disappeared. After a week or so, they found his body floating in the local river. It was assumed that he was kidnapped and killed by a random stranger. That was the official story for many, many years. Decades later, after the boy's mother relentlessly fought for further investigation, evidence was discovered that the boy's stepmother poisoned him and threw him in the river because she was threatened by the fact that the boy stole too much attention from his father away from her. Obviously, she was a psychopath. It was a very sad case, but at least the mother got closure and the culprit was sent to prison, and hopefully that sweet little boy can rest in peace.